and may include animal kills and carcasses. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to the middle of the African bush, and the sunrise has brought us a glorious big male lion, and this is Safari Live. Ready.
Standing by.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are live, you are live.
Morning, I can hear lions in the distance, so can he. My name's Brent, I've got VM on camera, and this is a Birmingham boy. Now, this is not one of the two males I saw yesterday. This is the one who's got the split in the lip, or had a split in the lip a while ago. It's healed up quite nicely. And he's got a little scratch on his nose. Now, I'm hoping that the sound of other lions inspires him to rattle our bones. I think he's the lion I heard just now. Oh, there we go. Contact calls. Come on, big boy, give us a roar. Looks like he's had a long night. He's looking quite well fed though. Does look quite dirty around the face and neck, so I think he fed quite recently. And he wasn't feeding on that buffalo carcass with the Nkuhumas. So he's obviously got his own meal somewhere else. And here you can see, is that a wound? Or is that blood from something he ate this morning? Difficult to say. I'd say, just judging from how dirty his face is, I would say it's probably from something he ate. Hasn't had time to preen and clean. Well, it could have been from a fight. No, you see there's blood around his chin as well. I mean, he does have a few nicks and scratches. Could have been fighting over mating rights with one of the females. Oh, there we go. Come on. Give us a big roar. He's heard something. What have you heard, mister? Make your way. It's definitely worth spending a bit of time here to see if he does give us a roar. Will you just look at his foreleg on the right, or on his left for me? I just want to see further up on that blood. Just have a quick look higher up. No, I think he's been eating or fighting. So it's very difficult to say whether that blood is from him or from another. We'll see if he starts walking, if he's got a bit of a limp. No, he's listening intently to something to the southeast of us. Could it be the rest of the Nkuhumas? Or maybe possibly one of his coalition mates? So I heard him calling just as we were getting onto the vehicles. And I didn't hear any responses. Now, it's likely that, especially those males that are hovering around that young Nkuhuma female, are not going to want to be too vocal. They don't want any competition for the mating rights. So, ignoring the poor boy, we're gonna, oh, excuse me, we're gonna sit here, see if he starts. While we wait patiently, let's go say good morrow to Taylor.
Good morning everybody and welcome to another wonderful sunrise safari. My name is Taylor and on camera we've got Darby. There he is, there's Dave, Downpour Dave as some of you may know him. Now I hope you're all awake and ready for this morning. We have found some leopard tracks. Now I'm trying to find some nice set of leopard tracks for you so that I can show you, but I seem to have lost them at the moment. But never fear, we've got Herbert on his way as well, who's going to help us give us a hand. Now I have a suspicion the tracks look very fresh. However, Connor, our engineer, who works all the magic at Safari Live, he actually said that while he was on his way to check something, he heard some Impala alarm calling around this area, which is very good for us. So you're going to see me with my head dangling over the side of the vehicle, and I'm just trying to see where these tracks have gone. Now, what the leopards can do, sometimes they do move off the road mark territory and then come back on the road, or maybe she found a big pathway. Now, I'm not sure which female leopard this could be, and so I don't know the routes of all the female leopards yet, what they like to use, which pathways they prefer, what do they normally do after they've done one thing. So it's a bit of a wonder. So I'm also just scanning and checking on top of the termite mounds. Love to sit on termite mounds, or up any trees, make sure that we haven't missed anything, and then gazing over my shoulder once again. Now we are live everybody, so tracking takes some time, so if you'd like to ask me any questions in the meantime, you're welcome to send your questions through to #SafariLive on Twitter, or you can email us questions@WildEarth.tv. Here, leopard. Ha. Okay, so I have lost the tracks and I'm not sure if they go north or south. I'm going to check once more on this road, otherwise I'm going to actually turn around. Right, let's see. Now this ground is lovely because it's nice and sandy, so it's leaving nice imprints of the track, which is good for us. But there don't appear to be any more tracks over here. Not that I can see. Right, while I carry on trying to find this mysterious female leopard, and let's see how Brent's doing with the lions.
Oh, we just got the tail end of a... Oh, he might roar again. I heard some other lions to the east that set him off. And he literally went from an absolutely flat cat up and roaring. There we go, back to the flat cat. You can see how big and fat his belly is. Looks like he can't get comfortable. There you go in the classical Sphinx pose. Now you can see he's got a very full tummy at the moment. And as I said, he wasn't with the Nkuhumas, so he might have caught something or scavenged something somewhere else. Standing by. Copy, thanks Herbie. So Herbie's found the rest of the pride very close to where they were last night, so they're all lying up at Buffalo's Hook. He says it's a very good visual. So I think, what do you think, Baldy? Do we head for the rest of the pride?
Let's give it 2 minutes.
Let's give it 2 minutes, see if he gives us another roar. Hey, cleaning himself up now. I think that could be, it looks like a bite. So it's probably from another lion, that blood. He's looking quite bedraggled this morning, I wonder. Copy, thanks. There you go, giving that wound a good clean. Okay. Are you going to go to Buffalo's Hook? I'll see you there now. We're just going to wait a little bit, see if this guy gives us another good morning roar before heading off to the rest of the pride. Now, lions really like to give themselves a good cleaning, and it's incredible how they are able to move and twist their bodies to get their tongues into places you wouldn't think possible to reach. Now, of course, allo grooming plays an important role here, where the other members will groom each other, and the males, what normally happens is they will actually groom each other quite a lot when they're not arguing over mating. I wonder where he's come from. Has he come from the north? Has he come from the west? It seems like the rest of the lions are still they're about 50 meters from where we left them last night. Here we go, giving it a really good lick. And you can see, as we get flashes of those impressive canines, that they are quite young and in their prime. Oh, look, in his fur, there's a spider hunting wasp on top of his head. Yeah? Look at that. Oh, off it took. But there was a spider hunting wasp, Pompilidae wasp. Oh, that sounded like a contact call quite close to us. And he's almost, it's like yeah, I also heard a lion quite close to us, and he did as well. Maybe we should call him Fang. It looks like it's one fang sticking out. There he goes. I also just heard that of a contact call of a lion close by. Could be one of the other males. So we know the rest of the pride are to the east of us. There you go, you see that Steenbok sprinting away from the male lion, but he was not interested in it. And Wanuna Ngada is now up in Mobile West. Just ask Herbie how many male lions were within Nkuhumas. Herbie? Herbie, how many Wanunas were within Nkuhumas? Copy, thanks. I think I can hear another calling close by, contact calling, so I think maybe he's heading to another one. So Herbie could only see one, and but Herbie says he had tracks of a female and a male. What's that behind him there, VMC? He's looking at something. See that dark shape there? Is that a Nyala? Or yeah, Nyala. Okay, we're going to try to stick with him. While we do that, Taylor's got one of the most rare birds to show you.
Look what we found, everybody! I'm so excited because I heard these southern ground hornbills calling this morning, but I thought that they were very far away, but apparently my ears hadn't woken up yet. How incredible is this? Like Brent rightfully said, he said that they're one of the most endangered birds, and true that is. I've seen 3. I haven't seen any more, so possibly it's just the 3 of them. The third one has gone well ahead, and I think it's just appeared behind some trees. But how incredible is this? Now, these are special birds, and I don't know if many of you know too much about them. And they are cooperative breeders. So there's only one pair in this little family that will actually mate and lay eggs. And the rest of the family members will actually spend their entire lives helping to raise that one chick. Now, they do normally have 2 eggs, but normally it's just the one that will hatch and survive, which is quite amazing. And unfortunately, they take a very long time to reach sexual maturity. So they can live with their families and be looked after. And when I say looked after, I mean they are being fed consistently for anywhere up to about 6 years. That's a long time to live at home before you are able to go off on your own. How amazing is that, everybody? Now, I want to go around. So we're going to very quickly do a little bit of repositioning, just so we can see if we can catch them coming towards us. And now we found the impala, and we've also found the zebra that were apparently alarm calling earlier. So I think we're possibly just behind this leopard. Herbie is also on his way, and he will be a saving grace if he does come and help, because he's able to jump off and walk along lengths and follow the tracks that way, where I need to entertain you. So I'm going to hopefully have a better look at these hornbills. We just need to go the scenic way around. Is that correct, David? We have to go the scenic. So I'm just going to put my foot a little bit harder on the accelerator so we don't lose our hornbills. And then 3rd gear, right. And I am still looking out for leopard tracks, or a leopard as well. But quite amazing to see these hornbills. Now, I'm going to tell you why, unfortunately, they are so rare. But I'll wait till we get back to those hornbills again. It only shall be a few more minutes. We're almost on the linking road. See them catch something as well. They're pretty impressive as to how they use those giant beaks, those bills that you just saw, to snatch things up. Quite amazing. I've seen one pulling a chameleon off a tree before. I've seen them eating snakes, lizards, dung beetles. Love dung beetles. And they even scavenge. Can you believe that? So it's actually not uncommon to find them on something like that buffalo carcass, now that the lions would have moved off, to go around there and actually peck on a carcass. I used to see that quite often down in the south. Okay, I'm just going to put my foot a little bit closer to the accelerator. Okay. Almost there, everyone. I also don't want to go too fast and scare them. Hopefully they even call for us, because they were very vocal. And the sun's just peeping over. So possibly we could hear them do another little call. Okay, they should be just up around the corner, and I'm going to just slow down a little bit so the vehicle doesn't make too much noise. Where did you go? I'm hoping that there's more than 3. The biggest family that I've seen were 5, and it was down in the southern sectors of the Sabi Sands. Oh, there they are. Fantastic. And they were actually raising a chick, which was quite nice, but unfortunately, just as I left, we were only seeing 4. So I think that chick, unfortunately, didn't make it. They don't really have a good success rate. Okay, just crossing the road now. But they seem to be going to mingle with some impala. Don't fly away, please don't fly away. We just want to admire you because you are so special. Okay, we're coming up to them. Okay, right, everyone. Head to Brent, let's see what he's got.
Look at this, there's a lioness full of blood. And she's just appeared. She must have been making those contact calls. And with a massively full belly. Is this amber? It looks like the amber-eyed lioness. She's just appeared. Now, all that blood on her and him means they've probably made a kill, or she's made a kill, and I was half expecting another male to pop out of nowhere. And we were expecting a fight. And this reunion is wonderful. I wonder if Amber Eyes is starting to come into estrus. Oh, and the sun's bursting above the eastern horizon. Look at that glorious light coming through now. What? You're going to come scent mark? We might get a roar. Oh, okay. So it looks like Amber Eyes might be coming into estrus. Now, I think in the brief visual I had of the female, it looked like Amber Eyes. Okay, well, we thought there was going to be quite a bit more action as they met. I thought there might be the young female. and with another consort. So I thought there might be a bit of a spectacular reunion, maybe a bit of a fight. But it looks like Amber Eyes has went off hunting all by herself last night. Okay, so while we wait to see how this plays out, let's go back to Taylor and the ground hornbills.
I'm going to sit very quietly, everybody. They're calling at the moment. Or they were. It's a very soft noise. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear it, but it's sort of a hoo, hoo, hoo. It sounds like somebody tapping drums really softly and sort of in sets of 3. Quite amazing. Now I'm trying to find which one is the female, because so far I've seen 2 males. Like that's a male over there, and I can't see the female, but there's one quite far away from us on the opposite side of where these 2 are that are moving around. I don't know if you can see her. Where did she go? She's gone into the bushes. There she's coming. Sort of you go straight in. You got her coming in there. She's going to go past the log. There she is. You can see her. Well, I'm calling her she, but I don't know. I think this could possibly... I can't see. I'll have to wait until this one comes out to be able to tell you which one's a male or a female. No, that also looks very male-like. I don't know if there's any females here, guys. Marianne has made a comment, and she's wondering if she says it looks like these hornbills are walking on the tips of their toes. And unfortunately, no, Marianne, they're actually just walking like any other bird. But remember, they've got long legs. They're quite a big bird. They can weigh up to 4 kilograms, and I think their wingspan's about 1.2 meters. So they're not a small bird. They're quite heavy, and that may be why you're only seeing them. We haven't really seen them too clearly either. Now, I'm hoping that this female, or no, it's not a female, it looks like a male, sorry, is going to come across to the open so we can see it a little bit better, because it has to cross the road in order to get to the other side, obviously. But it is on its way. Ooh, can you hear it now? Now they're calling. It's very subtle, very soft. So they're obviously just keeping in contact with each other, because this one seems to have got distracted by something, whether it found some beetles on the ground and was munching away, but the others seem to be calling it back. Now, I wanted to tell you about, unfortunately, why they are so endangered. Now, one of the reasons, now there's many reasons, but one of the reasons is the fact that they breed so slowly. So like I said, it can take for up to 6 years for that chick to reach sexual maturity, and then that dominant pair will only breed again after 6 years. And unfortunately, normally the second egg doesn't survive. It's normally just the first egg. So I know there's a lot of projects going on where they are breeding hornbills, and when they do lay 2 eggs, they'll actually take one away and try and hatch it, and then rear it, and then reintroduce it to a family group, which is proving to be quite successful. And now another one of the reasons, and it's the reason as to why so many of the birds and vultures numbers are dropping, and it's because of the poisons that they were using, the farmers were using on their cattle to poison things like the ticks, which then poisoned the birds that were feeding on them. And then, of course, a jackal would come through, eat that bird, it would die. It was just a horrible, never-ending story. And remember, I said that these birds over here, these lovely giant birds, often feed on carcasses. Now, and then that's how they would have become affected, and they would have been poisoned. And also a lot of farmers, remember, especially in areas like the Eastern Cape, unfortunately, where you don't really see these birds anymore, and they used to occur down there, as they would poison carcasses to try and kill caracals and jackal. See, those animals can be a pest to a farmer, someone that's farming sheep or goats or something like that, they can take the young lambs and the kids. And unfortunately, everything else also falls victim to anything that is poison. So it's very, very sad. I'm going to very quickly reposition and get ahead, because do I see another one? I think I see another one. Do I? Yes, we've got 4, everybody. 4 in this group. Oh, that's fantastic. I don't like odd numbers, I like even numbers. So I'm glad that there are now 4. I just want to find out who's going to give us a better view, because we've got 2 on either side of us. Let's see. And these ones on the left, I think, are going to behave better. The ones on the right that we're looking at seem to be a little bit more on the shy side. So I'm going to try and get to a little bit of an open clearing, just so we can have another look at them again. The thing with these birds is, because they are quite shy, you've got to try and get ahead of them and then sit quietly and let them come to you. Okay. I'm going to quickly just go around the corner. I wonder where they're going. See if we can catch him here. I'm still on the lookout for those leopard tracks, everybody, and I am listening for any alarm calls, but I haven't heard anything just yet. Come on, Hornbills, don't be afraid of us. There's one. There they both are. We just want to see you. Okay, I'm going to get up a little bit further. No, don't run. Maybe you can hear them now? Can anybody hear them or not? It's a very soft call. Maybe when they move away, I'll have to play the call for you. It's so beautiful. I wish you could hear it. Waiting for the other one to come out, because then we're going to have a beautiful view of it. It's just behind this one that we're watching now. Now, it's quite sad at their populations. This is just a rough guess, but I can't imagine that there are any more than about 500 of these birds left in South Africa, which is very, very sad. And hopefully these breeding projects that they're trying to do will be effective in being able to erase these populations again. So I don't want to see a beautiful bird like this go extinct. There we go, everybody. Here's an opportunity, a nice clear shot for you to take a screen capture. We don't seem to be getting many clear shots there. Oh, and you've got the golden sun coming onto this one. Now this is a big male. You can see by that beautiful bright red facial skin. Now that's typical of the male. The females tend to have more blue skin around sort of the eyes. I'll show you a photo of a female. Now I haven't had a proper look at our other pair. Good morning, David. David wants to know, well, his comment was that the last hornbills they saw didn't have as red of a face as these ones do. Now, David, that's got to do with their sex as well as their maturity. Now, this is a big male. I mean, he seems to be fully grown. The female will have more blue skin and not as much red on her, and the same thing for a juvenile. The juveniles almost look like as if they were sick. They're sort of a grayish color around their face. So that's maybe what you saw. Possibly you saw a juvenile, or maybe you saw a female. You'll see the others are catching up. Sorry, I'm moving a little bit. I'm just looking over my shoulder to see if I can see those others coming out. They're very vocal, everybody. Oh, can you see this one through here? Was it a bit? Yep. He's got something. It's got something in its mouth. Oh, hang on. I need to go forward. Sorry. There's a tiny gap. Have you got that gap?
Yep.
What's in its mouth? A little worm. Breakfast, everybody. Now, it's not eating it. it's calling with it. Are you going to eat it? Or perhaps it's going to present it. Maybe there is a juvenile around here. No, that maybe makes sense. Maybe one of them... Oh, okay, listen everybody. Amazing, everybody. So I think we're going to see now that I think that this adult is on its way to feed a juvenile. That's what they do. They spend the entire day feeding a juvenile for 6 years. They obviously eat in between, but something that's like a worm that's packed full of protein, definitely going to give it to the youngster. Oh my goodness, they're getting excited. They're on the move now. Oh my word, we've got one coming right up next to us. Look at this one that's going to come right here. Can you see it? There it is. This one is so close. That's probably only about 30 meters away, which is incredible. Now we've just been sitting here quietly, everybody. Listen to that. Can you see how that sort of sack on his throat slightly inflates when they do call? Not much. Okay. It is a bit of a resonating chamber, so it's amplifying that sound. Oh, look, look. Oh, it is feeding. Oh, did you see? Oh, sorry, everybody. Look, there's the 3 of them now. Now, still got, not feeding. Now, there's one more. Now, where is this one going to come up? I'm probably going to have to reverse, eh? Oh, no, you're going to eat it. Okay, let me quickly reposition.
He just ate it.
Did he eat it? Yeah. Cheeky. Is it just, we call that padkos, everybody, where you take your food on the go and then you eat it. Padkos. I'm going to go back. Because I can see the other one now. I can't see any females here. I'm very confused. I'm going to have to get my book out and show you. Let's swing up here. Don't run away from us. No, it's okay. Oh, wow. Look at those beautiful white wings. Sorry, everybody, little birds. That's a beautiful shot. Look, now they're going to sit in the tree. That was actually quite amazing with the sun. Now you can see they can fly pretty well, too. They don't fly very often. They do roost in trees at night. Oh, did you see that feather drop? I'm going to fetch that feather a little bit later when they move off. That is incredible. I imagine to be able to say that I found a hornbill feather. Let's go forward again. That is awesome, everybody. I can't wait to pick that up. I didn't mean to disturb those birds. They're slightly nervous. So I think let's have one last look at them. And then we're going to watch them disappear into the distance. I'm also going to look while you try and have one little look. No, stop flying. It's okay. There's another one down on the ground. The others are going to come through. I just want to quickly find them in my bird book. Amazing, everybody. So very talented flyers, as you can see. The rest of them gone. They're gone, everybody. I'm not going to bother them too much. They seem to be a little bit uncomfortable with us, but they put on a great show, which was really, really nice. And that was a very long sighting of those hornbills. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you got a good few screen captures. And remember to hashtag Safari Live when you do take some screen captures, so we can all have a look at them a little bit later. While I try and find that feather, maybe just head on over to the northern sector and see how Brent's lions are doing.
Well, we have not budged a muscle. That Nkuhuma Lioness, I'm pretty certain its amber eyes has managed to clean all the blood off her feet and face. And the Birmingham boy, all he's managed to do is get a stick stuck in his mane as he flopped over. There he is. You can see there's an actual stick stuck in his mane. But not much movement here. So I've just heard the rest of the pride have disappeared into one of those impenetrable river systems. I'm going to try move around so we can get a better view of her and confirm that it is amber eyes. Morning, Alice in Ohio. Alice would like to know, is Amber Eyes bigger than the rest of the females? I wouldn't say so. Watch out there. No, it's not going to work. It's going to flick up onto us. And the white berry bushes are starting to sprout leaves. Beautiful, beautiful green coming through. There we go. Trying to make sure we get some sunlight on it. We're busy blocking her light at the moment. Is there a gap through there? Yeah. There we go, that looks like a little gap. Now, of course, our eyes are barely open, making it difficult for us to confirm, but I'm pretty certain it is the amber-eyed lioness. Look at how full that belly was. It definitely, I mean, she was full yesterday, but not nearly that full. I think she had a meal all to herself. And some time away from the cubs. Lions can really sleep. Perfected the art. Not much shade around here, so they might move a bit during the day, as you can see. Oh, I suppose there's a balanites tree, a big torchwood tree here that might give them a bit of shade later. But it doesn't look like these two are going to be moving soon. We will stick with them for a little longer, but what we can do is you guys can decide where we're going to go next. Should we head and see if we can find the rest of the Nkuhuma pride with the cubs, or should we stick around with these two for a bit longer? Remember, hashtag Safari Live or questions at WildEarthTV. Let me know what you would like to do. Now, Romy's wondering, would a lioness allo groom with a male lion and vice versa? Yes, definitely, Romy. They will. Not as common as it is between the females and males between males, but they do it. I wonder if that Birmingham shared a kill with Miss Amber Eyes, because he did have all that blood on him as well, and his tracks came from where she appeared, and you can see his belly is nice and full as well. Oh, there's a lot of ticks on the back of his leg there. A little cluster of ticks. Oh, heads up. And she's up. Giving him a good sniff. You can see a bit of that blood left on her face. Oh, she's flirting. Let's move forward a little bit. How's that, Vim? So maybe she is about to come into estrus. That wasn't very serious flirting, but flirting nonetheless it was. Oh, there's a little bit of blood on her eyelash almost there. There we go, that very Sphinx pose. Well, I suppose it's a lion pose that the Sphinx copied. Oof. Getting comfortable. Oh, the Franklins are particularly noisy this morning. Heard Crested, Natal, Shelley's and Coqui calling. So 4 out of our 5 Franklin species. The only one we haven't heard calling this morning is the Swanson spurfowl. Maggie would like to know if there are any other males hanging around the pride, or is it just the Birmingham Boys? At the moment, just the Birmingham Boys. Now, there are male lions that will hang around the peripheries or actually never hold permanent territory throughout their life. And these nomadic males will sneak in and mate with the lions. And that's their strategy, and often these are males that are born singularly to prides, and they are able to find coalition members as they start moving out, and that causes them to have this sort of nomadic strategy. Now, in certain parts of Africa, about 50% of the lion cubs are born to those nomadic lions, even though the dominant male lions consider them to be theirs. Now, we've spent a lot of time with Nkuhumas recently. Now, the only time that's going to happen, they're not going to let a nomadic male near those cubs. But a lioness like this, moving away from the pride to mate, will sometimes mate with those nomadic males. Okay, so I don't think too much more is going to happen here for now. I don't think she's in full estrus. Now, Kevin is wondering, when was the last time all 4 Birmingham boys were together? I'm not sure. Not that long ago, Kevin. Probably about 2 weeks ago. Oh, guys, I've just got a report from Herbie. There's tracks of wild dogs coming into here, and they're heading this way. So we're going to head across and try get around to Sydney's dam. It sounds like they might pop out there. So we'll only have a chance to see them very shortly. Let's try to find a way out of here. Oh, exciting wild dogs! As much as I love lions, when they're sleeping, they can be a little bit... Okay, we now found a gap. And there we go. Isn't this exciting? Could we start with what a start it's been to this morning? We had the male lion roaring next to us, and we found amber eyes full of blood. And now hopefully we can find my favourite. Okay, I'm just going to be on the radio for a second. I'm on Buffalo's cut line. I'll check to make sure they haven't crossed north. Okay. Whoa. Well, that's another animal in the road ahead of us. But we're not going to spend too much time with him. I wonder if Amber and that Birmingham managed to catch a buffalo to themselves. No, I doubt it, because they would still be eating it. And there's some buffalo in the road. Hello, Dugger boys. So, a couple of old bulls causing us a little traffic jam. Ooh, but quickly, is a yellow-billed oxpecker. That's the rarest of the two oxpecker species. Morning. Oh, isn't that pretty? Okay, we're not going to stay with them for too long. We'll come back if we don't have any luck with those wild dogs. We know where you are, yellow-billed oxpecker. Okay. Sorry, old boys. So I'm just looking, there's an Impala looking at, not that stressed. So, hi Danny C. Danny C is watching the safari on YouTube and would like to know, where can I sign up to do a safari with the guides? Well, you do a safari with us twice a day, Danny, on YouTube or the website WildSafariLive.com. And most of the time, we don't do too many private safaris these days because we're quite busy taking the whole world on safari. And also, Danny, if you want to send questions to us, the best way to do it is to use the hashtag SafariLive on Twitter. That should get through to us. Now, Danny, excuse me for a moment. I want to chat to Herbie, find out what's happening with those wild dog tracks. Herbie. Herbie, do you still have visual? Or is it just in console? Okay, copy. I'm just passing Gallagher shortcut. There's lots of Impala and zebra here. I'm going to check to Sydney's. So there's still quite a lot of general game here, but this is the sort of general direction where those wild dogs were heading. There's Herbie. Now, wild dogs are such incredibly quick movers that you need to sort of stay on your game to try and find them. Welcome back. Sorry about that. Seems like we're having a bit of a gremlin problem. But Connor is beating them with a stick. And there we've got an Impala atop a termitaria. Now, unfortunately, those wild dogs have been found. They were already past us. So those waterbuck we saw running were almost certainly from the wild dogs, which they crossed straight north. And they were just too quick for us this morning, but they might be back this evening. Hi, Jason. Jason's wondering, do wild dogs prefer hunting in the daytime or the night time? Well, Jason, they are crepuscular hunters. It's their favorite time of the day to hunt, which is early morning, and so at dawn and dusk. But they generally prefer when there is a bit of light. They will hunt at night when there's a bright moon, but it is less common. And unfortunately, they are very fast, and they were very fastly past us this morning. So we're going to head now further east and see what's happening back there. We maybe take a quick squiz at those lions, and then maybe try see if we can find the rest of the pride. Morning, James Richard. James Richard would like to know when we're going to see one of the denning wild dog packs back in the area, because he can't remember the last time we saw either the Investec pack or the Sands pack. Now, the Sands pack is still to the west of us on Singita. Now, interestingly enough, the alpha female gave birth, I think it was to 9 puppies, but now they've also the beta female one of the beta females has given birth. Now, sometimes the alpha will kill those pups, and sometimes the pups of the alpha will kill the pups of a beta. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. Now, I spoke to my friend at EWT, and he's told me that the Investec pack are up and mobile, and they've got 9 puppies, 7 adults now, and they are starting to move around the Manireti, so hopefully we'll start seeing them again quite soon. There you go. There you go, some Kudu. We're quite thankful to have avoided the wild dogs. We've been seeing some really lovely big groups of Kudu recently. And they'll be chuffed as Larry that there's some nice green leaves sprouting that they can feed on. Oh, right next to us, here is a female feeding on some sprouting leaves. And Eve's not even getting a chance. She's literally stripping that tree. It looks like a little, yes it is, a little bush willow. Oh, not that one. That one's not a bush willow. Difficult to see what she's eating before she eats it all, but she was eating a bush willow a bit earlier. Here you can see those little purpley green bush willow leaves as they are sprouting and disappearing. Gone! Making short work of that combretum. Oh, get! Oh, there we go, got it. Oh, you forgot one? Oh, yeah, no, moving on. To the next little bush willow leaves. and see if she spots those ones. They are incredibly beautiful animals. Picking up condition quite quickly and quite nicely after that rain. Now, I remember that there's buffalo with the yellow-billed oxpeckers were very close. Bye, Kudu. Enjoy your bushwillow breakfast. So those buffalo bulls were right here. And the lions, so the buffalo bulls were there. The lions are over there, but they looked very, very fat and happy. I don't think they're going to be harassing those buffalo today. Ah, there they are. There's the buffalo. Let's see if those yellow-billed oxpeckers are still in tow. It's the first time I've seen yellow-billed oxpeckers in quite some time. I can hear an oxpecker chirping on the buffalo. Is it yellow-billed or have they moved on? On the left one. There he is. It's a red-billed, is it? Yes. Where the yellow-bills go? They departed while we were looking for wild dogs. Well, let's check the other buffaloes. You never know. Now, one of the things about yellow-billed oxpeckers, they normally, as you drive up, will hide on the opposite side. Oh, there's one there on the shoulder, but it's also a red-bill. Look at that horn there, and quite, rubbing it against some trees. Now, they've come out of the drainage system, and I'm pretty sure that he's been rubbing it against a tumbuiti tree. Now, the milky latex of a tumbuiti tree is quite noxious, so it works as a sort of natural insecticide. So if he rubs that milky latex from a tumbuiti on his tree, from a tumbuiti tree on his horns, it manages to keep a few ticks away from his face and ears. Oh, look at this, man. Nope. Darn it, it escaped. There was an antlion, adult antlion that landed on my box, and as I put it on my finger to show everyone, it flew away. Okay, well, the yellow-billed oxpeckers have evaded us. Let's keep moving. Now, while we keep exploring around this area, let's go see how Taylor's doing.
I've been gone for some time, everybody, but I'm back again, and I'm back strong. If you've just started watching the show, my name is Taylor, and on camera with me we have David, Downpour Dave, and you are watching a live safari at the moment. Can you believe this? So I've been driving around at the moment trying to find this leopard, but I cannot find this leopard, unfortunately. it seems to have given me the slipperoo, but we are still looking. So this is one of the things about live safaris, everybody, is that as we're driving around, we're having to find the animals as we go. There's nothing that's got collars or GPS devices or anything like that. This is the real wilderness. So we are in the middle of the Sabi Sands Private Game Reserve, which is in South Africa. And it's probably one of the best places, in my opinion, to do safaris in South Africa. The game viewing is phenomenal. Now, I want to go back. I did see some giraffe that were just out of our traverse, and they looked as though they were coming north. Now, hopefully, we get to see them, because I did see about 5 heads bobbing up, but in the very far distance. Now, it's been about an hour, so I suspect that they could possibly be on our property. So that's what we're going to do now, as I'm still driving around looking for this leopard, but unfortunately I can't see any more tracks. So we're going to go back and see if those giraffe are around. And hopefully we don't lose signal again, everybody. Oh, actually, sorry, before we go, while we're here on quarantine open area, something that I haven't been able to do, because I was with the lions yesterday morning, and I didn't drive yesterday afternoon, is we need to go and do our snapshot, everybody. So it's actually quite nice that we've given a few days break. Now you're really going to be able to see a difference in how much a grass has come through. So we're slowly making our way around there. We'll do that first while we're here, and then we will go look for the very tall creatures that roam the African plains. But I hope you all enjoyed that hornbill sighting that we had a little bit earlier. That was quite special. And I know Herbie was looking for me, everybody. Let me just quickly talk to Herbie. I'll be 2 seconds. Standing by, Herbert. I'm on quarantine open area. I'm also live at the moment. Copy, thank you. Right, so Herbert has finally seen the tracks that I was telling you about. Now, sorry, unfortunately the tracks weren't very clear that we could pick up nicely on the camera, but if Herbert finds some more really nice ones, we'll be able to hopefully go back and I can show you them, which will be nice. Or hopefully Herbert can find a leopard for us, and then I can show you some leopards, which I'm sure you would prefer to see. Yeah, we're almost at our spot. So I don't think I actually informed some of the new viewers, is that we had a bit of rain about a week ago now, and we've been, maybe even a bit longer ago, we have been taking screenshots of the same spot every single day. Now, where is my spot? Is it this way? Yeah. Thanks. Taking the same picture every single day, just to see how well the grass is growing. Isn't it over there? Yeah. Can we go straight? Sorry, but I'm getting lost on quarantined open area, so I can hear Rebecca and Jerry laughing at me. We get there eventually, though. We've just got to find the road that leads to where I'm looking for. So thank goodness I've got David on board with me this morning. And it's such a nice day. I don't know why I still have my big bulky jacket on. It's warming up so nicely. And there is not a cloud in the sky, everybody. It is beautiful and blue and warm. We had a bit of a chilly spell the last 2 days. Lots of clouds. Oh yes, now I see what you mean. Thank you. I was very confused. Right. We're almost here. Phew, okay, we found it. We found it. We didn't get lost. One more turn. Okay, 30 seconds and we'll be in position. Oh wow, look how green it is. Right. Now, we're going to take one big picture, everybody. So that's perfect. That is fantastic. Now, everybody, take your screenshots over here of the grass. So this is our first angle. And now we're going to zoom into the termite mound, everybody, to get a closer look at the lovely green grass.
I like that.
Perfect. Lovely. Now you can see, like I said, it's going to take a few days, a few weeks for the grass to spread its roots nicely. But you can see the length on that grass is wonderful. Good morning, David. David would like to know this morning, how green is this area normally when without a drought? Now, what are we in now? We're in September. We normally would have had a little bit of rain. So generally at the end of July and August, it is fairly dry. Sorry, everyone, I'm looking into the sun. It is fairly dry. So it probably look pretty much like this. In September, we normally have a little downpour as well. However, I don't think if we would have seen so many fallen trees over though without this drought, because those elephants are heavily relying on eating the roots. So the only difference, sorry, I'm just listening to a bird as it flies over. I thought it was something alarm calling, but it isn't. It's like a lilac-breasted roller. So the only thing, David, that I think would be different is that there wouldn't be so much a distraction, if you'd like to call it that, to all the trees that have been uprooted at the moment. But other than that, it would actually look very much like this. Like I said, it's typical in September to just get a little downpour, not very much rain, usually only about 10 or 15 mils. So you see a little bit of grass coming through, and then we should consistently get rain from about the end of October, and then it's lovely. And then the grass doesn't stop growing. And then in some areas, you'll find that the grass can grow to almost a meter in length, which is quite amazing. So I think this is a fair amount. The leaves on the trees wouldn't have started growing without the drought just yet either. It's going to be probably another month or two before we start to see lots of nice green leaves coming through. So it hasn't, in the sense of, hasn't affected the greenery very much. It's just the devastation really that the elephants unfortunately have done due to their hunger. Right, I hope you got all your pictures, everybody. Now we can go back and try and find those giraffe. Let's go do that. It would be quite exciting to see a herd of giraffe too. I don't think I've seen any herds since I've been here. I've only seen one male giraffe, and I think I've been seeing the same male giraffe over and over too. But the ones we saw in the very far distance look like different giraffe, which is good. Maybe got a nice family coming on holiday. But we'll just go this way around. Whee! Right, just checking the area because they were moving quite quickly. They could have already come this far. Still listen. I'm just gonna. Sorry, the radio's. Just want to very quickly listen to the radio. Just there's a lot of chatter. Let's see if maybe Herbie found the leopard. I hope so. Now they've gone quiet. Okay, I'm just going to keep the radio on, the game drive radio, just for a little bit, everyone. So, I don't know what they were all chatting about, and I don't know if I heard Herbert correctly. I wonder if he said that he had tracks of 3 leopards, or if it was, or I don't know what I heard. So I'm wondering if it was possibly tracks of 3 leopards. I wonder if Tundi hasn't come across by some miracle with her 2 little ones, or I suppose maybe it could even be Karula, which would be quite exciting. I only saw adult female leopard tracks, but maybe he picked up on some more that I possibly missed. So let's keep our fingers crossed. Right, while I try and head into the area of the giraffe, it's quite a distance away, everyone. I wonder how Brent's doing. I wonder if he had any luck with those wild dogs.
So as we said, the wild dogs have gone north into Buffalo's Hook. So I know Taylor had some female leopard tracks on Zoe's, which is up on that crest there. So I'm feeling lucky. VM, are you feeling lucky? Very lucky. I think we're going to find this leopard. Now Herbie's checking from that side, and I'm just going to do a slow drive along the edge of this little river system here. Now, this is a favorite hangout for Karula and quite a few other leopards. So Herbie seems to think it is Karula and the cubs. So there's tracks for 3 leopards. I haven't seen those cubs in so long. They must be getting really big. So I think if she's brought them here, she might have a kill. And if she does, it's going to be in this area. Well, there's an Impala. Well, that's not what we're looking for. So I'm just going to go slowly along the edge of this river system. Now it's warming up slightly. I think it's time to lose a layer. Now what I'm doing is I'm looking into this little river system here quite carefully. I think there are some really thick little spots in here, and well, hopefully with Karula she's popped whatever she's caught in a tree, and not too many leaves on the trees, so I'm hoping to spot it from a distance. Let's pop this on, and I'm going to sit up, get a bit of height on my door. Have a quick look here at the tracks. Nope. Oh dear. What have I done now? There we go. Let's just move that around. Okay, so now I've got some height. Now I'm checking all the big marillas, all the slightly thicker timbuti trees. We're just looking for something that looks slightly out of place. A little splash of color, white of an impala belly in a tree, a hanging tail. I think if we get no luck on our snail paste search, okay, I might so we're just looking carefully at now. Jason, who's a new viewer, a huge Safari Live, welcome to you, Jason. Jason would like to know, is there a way to tell the difference between a leopard and a cheetah's paw print? Most definitely, Jason. Now, the main way is that leopards have fully retractable claws and cheetahs have semi-retractable claws. So what happens is that a cheetah will often, oopsie, I'll be entangled. Let me just go a bit further. What did I spot there? A cheetah will often, you'll see the actual claws. Sorry, Jason, I'm going to get back to you in a second. I've seen something that has piqued my interest. I'm just going to go back a bit. It could just be a branch, or it's just that splash of color that looks slightly odd, and you always want to check. No, it is a branch. I'm also going to use my binoculars to check all those bigger marilla trees in the distance there. Make sure she's not up there. She doesn't look like it. Okay. Sorry, Jason. So a cheetah, you can actually see the claw prints. Also, a cheetah's track for its body size is very big because they've got very big flat feet for that incredible speed they are able to run. So it's actually quite different, but they both have those 3 lobes of a cat at the back. Now, if I get no luck here, I might take a little walk into this river system to an area we can't see from the road and see if we can find her on foot. There's a couple of nice big trees I want to check around here. Also, just always carefully checking the road for tracks. Where do you think? I think she's in here, Vildy. What do you think? She likes this area. There's this little head of a couple of little river systems, and there's some nice quarry thickets to hunt in. There's good spots to put kills in a tree.